Markets, as you know, have been on a roller coaster lately, and that can have a big impact if you're getting close to retirement. So how do you make sure your savings are secure when there are a lot of changes? Ben Fuchs, the founder of Fuchs Financial and a certified financial planner, is here with some tips. So thank goodness you're here, because the market is up today as of this meeting that we have together.
It really does happen almost every time I'm on the show.
Which is remarkable. So just please come every day.
Okay, well.
All right, so everybody's like, stay patient, hold the course, blah, 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 blah. They, tell us what's going on.
Don't worry, don't panic, stay the course, everything's fine. Why do you advisors always say that? Well, great question, thank you for asking. We actually prepared a graphic for you that is kind of funky. Now, I realize that there are lines and dots on the screen, and I apologize, but if we look at 2020, and we see that the market at one point during that year was down by 32.5%, but finished the year up by over 15.
Okay.
So let's talk about some math here. If I had $1 million at the beginning of 2020, and I panic sold when the market was down by 32%, that $1 million would now be $680,000.
That's not good.
But if I held on just to the end of the year, I would have $1.15 million.
Well, don't they say, Ben, you can't look at the market every single day. I mean, you can, like I do every single day, but you can't judge, you can't make decisions based on one day.
Right. You can't make decisions based on one day, but what we've seen in that chart there is that we saw that at different times we have different periods where the market is down throughout the year, but ends higher. And so what's important, the reason that it's so important to have a plan that we say talk to a financial advisor, is so that you don't panic sell. Panic selling can completely derail your retirement. And so we've been through uncertainty before. COVID, dare I say, was even more uncertain than the tariffs.
Well, of course, yeah, I agree with you.
So we've seen this before. This is not the first time that we've dealt with it. But if you're one of those people that gets itchy and wants to sell when the market goes down, that's when you really need to have somebody else take the wheel.
All right, so what if I'm not crazy about these ups and downs and ups and downs? What should I be doing?
Well, there are certain types of investments that you can use that will still generate interest on a consistent basis that are not annuities. People always ask if they're...
Okay.
And that's a different subject for a different day. But where you can generate interest even when the market is down and do that consistently. And so what's important is that we meet people where they are. We lead with listening. I think that's important because we need to understand who's in front of us, what they're looking to attain, and then figure out how we can get that to them in a comfortable way.
Investments, the stock market, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody, and everybody doesn't need to be all in on it.
Okay, help me with that, because I think I need to be all in.
Okay, so there's a certain point when we look at people's portfolio, and people come in and say, listen, I'm really risk averse, I don't want to do this, I know I need to be in the market, but I don't want to do it. Okay, there are other options. There are ways that you can generate interest without having to be everything in the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones, where you don't have to see somebody throwing papers around the screen because the market went down by 2%. There's a lot that you can work with where there's a lot of different investments that are outside of the 401k, because the 401k, where the majority of people's money are, it's all stocks, bonds, mutual funds.
Exactly, which is...
I hear you. So, I mean, what typically happens...
What I just said.
Yes, which was English.
English.
I can spell it for you, but later in Scrabble.
Perfect, thank you.
But the point is, we rolled money out of the 401ks into IRAs so that you don't just have to deal with mutual funds, right?
Okay.
There are individual stocks, there are individual bonds, there are structured notes, there are CDs, there are annuities, there are all kinds of different investments that you can do outside of a 401k that can help insulate for times like this.
You have a seminar coming up?
I do. Taxes and retirement. So
good.
If you paid your tax bill and it was higher than you wanted, you should probably check that one out.
All right, so there's all the information. It's a free webinar. This is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
April 3rd, from at 12 and at 6 p.m. There's the number to call for more information, 860-461-1709.
Do you think people would attend if it was from 12 to 6?
I think no one would show up.
Neither would I.
12 and 6.
Got it.
There you go. Nicole?
All right, thanks, Scott.
Take it away.
How you can wow your next brunch guests or even just your family with a delicious dish from Chef Terry Walters. Say that 3 times. I'm not going to wow my family, I'll tell you that. She's going to show us, though, how to make a carrot hash that you can put on the menu at home. All right.